Hello investors and traders, and welcome to Operation Small Account Growth Performance Review for week 52, 2020. The agenda this week is we go through the actions, so new positions, new cash flow trades and close positions. We go through current portfolio holdings and check a bit how they're doing, as well as the results, the weekly and total results, and performance and statistics, including a benchmark against S&P 500. At the end, we'll have a very short version of how our investing and trading methodology works. So if you're interested in that, you can either skip there right away using those fancy bookmarks, or you can watch through the whole presentation. If at any point during this show you feel like this is useful or in any other mean interesting to you, subscribe and activate the notifications so that you can learn when we have new material available. So, the new mid to long term positions on week 52 were Snapchat, a February $55 calls. This is a bet on a company that could be quite resilient against any further lockdown news if those are coming. And then we opened an Advanced Micro Devices calendar call spread, long leg to March and short leg to February, targeting 110. With the idea that the new gaming consoles, since they require new, more powerful graphic processor units, there were record-breaking sales numbers posted for November this year, and we're kind of hoping and trusting that this trend continues. And then as the stock is consolidating under all-time highs, there's pretty not that much resistance overhead at all. And the stock is well poised in the technical sense of speaking to make new highs again and again. Cash flow trades, two trades on Pinterest. The first one, or actually both happened on Wednesday when Pinterest jumped up like 4% or something within 1 hour, and I started thinking that this is probably going to stop sooner or later, so I waited until it stopped and I started selling calls against my positions. The first one here, the 77 call, was against a longer position where I thought that, well, if it still goes like $2 more higher from here, I'll be winning a lot on the underlying position, the long one, and I can then take a loss on this one. I don't mind at that point, but most likely it won't go up that much, so then I'll get to cash in this 77 short calls position here. This other call here for the December 31st, 76 call shorted, that was basically rolling forward the calendar call spreads short leg that was expiring on 24th at 75. So for that move I made an additional $60 per position, per spread. The trades that were closed on week 52 for wins, we have the short XLB cash flow calls. I took around 30% in here. Then the short leg of the calendar spread that was rolled forward, 85% profit on those calls. And the 77 calls, 92% profit. All of these numbers include the effect of commissions, so if commissions are excluded, I simply let this expire. So it's 100% of the credit received that I kept, but since I count commissions, I can never reach 100% profit on that sort of cash flow positions. For losses, I booked the Colfax calls. I was hoping for the short squeeze to happen. Well, it never did. This just drifted lower, so I booked my loss here and moved forward. For long term, we've got Beazer Homes at plus 34%, Ebix flat, Ford plus 24%, General Motors minus 6%, Turtle Beach 83%, Mattel 88% profit, Michael's Company minus 20%, and Pinterest plus 184% profit. For midterm, I've got the new AMD spread minus 3% now, Callaway Golf Company plus 2.5%, IJH, so the midcap index plus 53%, and Pinterest February calls plus 3.8%. Then I've got the new Snapchat position at minus 25%. Didn't start very well at all. Let's see how it goes. I still have a bit over 2 months time until February, so hoping for it to make a move upwards, not downwards. The XLB March calls minus 3%, XLC March calls minus 7.2%. On the short term, we've got the Pinterest diagonal. So the previous calendar spread that now got diagonalized, plus 73%. XLB January calls quite a lot on loss, but I'm still keeping this on to be able to sell those short-term calls against this one. Cash flow trades, we've got this IJH short position open minus 2% more or less. This makes the IJH long calls from the previous page, this one here. It's essentially a calendar spread, but I legged into that, and my platform does not allow me to bind them together into a strategy, so I treat them separately in this presentation as well. Results for this week, the numbers were shaking up and down. The portfolio didn't move anywhere. I see that I've got an error somewhere here, because this shows that I would have lost a couple cents. These things here that I grew a little bit, but anyway, it didn't move anywhere at all. S&P 500 almost nothing as well. For total, these 11 full weeks that we've had this operation going on now, we've got slightly over 80% success rate on our closed trades. I think it starts to clean up some losers soon. The portfolio has grown 71% during this time against the S&P 500, 7.34% growth. So we are not at 10x speed, but above 9x still. That's quite fine. On the performance side, we've got this graph that you may have seen before. Slow October, fast November, shaky December. The equity curve is still trending very nicely from the lower end of the screen on the left to the upper end of the screen on the right. So the trend is like it should be. By the way, our portfolio is the orange line here, and S&P 500 is the blue line below. If you're wondering how we do this, the method goes like this. So first we find the outperforming sectors. Then we find the outperforming companies within those sectors. So we find the best haystack, and then we bet on the best needles in the best haystacks. That creates our watch list of interesting companies and sectors to trade. And then we use technical analysis to find out what we want to trade. We basically try to time it. We understand and manage our risk by using efficient option strategies. We use these efficient option strategies also to maximize our growth potential. And then we trust the process and relax. Our long term is in years, and our short term trades are usually a couple months. So we're not staring at 5-minute candles or anything crazy like that. If you want to learn more about us or our growth operation or anything else about us, just go to optioninvestors.club, and I hope that you will find what you're looking for. My name is Jukka Karinen, and I'll be seeing you next week. I hope so, at least. Bye bye, and have a great holiday season.